Right, it's time to head to Confidential Corner. This is called the Phantom Willy Grabber. And we need for this one lady's name. We haven't asked her yet, but now it's time. It's time for Tash.
I have to look around the room when I'm running out of places to look.
Yeah, Tash, there's only so many things in the room that will have a lady's
Gronya.
name on. Gronya?
Yeah.
Gronya?
Which is actually what in your room that you're sat in that you can see?
I looked over at the wall. It's my next door neighbour's name.
Right. Well, we'd like to just point out that this is not coming from Tash's next door neighbour. In case
I thought it would have been. I've just been to, Scandinavia or something. I thought it would have been that. No, she's looked at the wall and named her next door neighbour.
Gronya.
And it's spelled that really funny way. It's Graininiene. One of those funny ones where it doesn't look like Gronya at all.
Irish name, isn't it?
Okay.
She's brilliant.
Well, Gronya has written to us and says, "Dear Uncle Dave, Uncle Si and Posh Tash, but probably more for Posh Tash," she writes.
What a random Willy Grabber. Don't point that finger at me.
Well, that's the problem. It's not the finger she's worried about.
It's the finger that's the least of the problem.
Yes.
Gronya says, "My boyfriend can't keep his hand off his willy while he sleeps. We've only been intimate for a few months, but when I stay over, I can't get to sleep as I'm fascinated to watch his hand. When he nods off, his hands are up near his head. But as he falls asleep, his left hand slowly moves down and gently grabs hold of his willy. I took a torch to bed one night, and once he'd moved into the willy grab position, I gently moved his hand away, only to watch it glide back after a few minutes and close itself again around his todger. I don't want to ask him about this, as I don't know whether it's normal. I've lived with a couple of guys, but never noticed this before. Why would he do this? Should I be worried about it? Is it normal? Please help. Gronya, not Tash's next door neighbour." Over to you.
No, and I'm going to leave this one to the boys. But in all defence, don't go to bed with a torch. And when you fall asleep, you get in a comfy position. And maybe that's just his comfy position. That's just it. If she's watching it, he's not doing anything, is he? I mean, heavens, no, let him put his hand down there and put the torch away. Or just get down there and do something else with it. Forget his hand.
Tash.
Give it something else to do.
No, but when you've just had a cup of tea and a fig roll, you just want to go to sleep, don't you? I mean, it's not every, if he does it regularly, you'd be worn out.
Well, maybe it's quite comforting. Don't you find that, Kingy?
I don't know, I'm asleep.
Well, exactly, you don't know, but when there was a little boy I used to,
you used to roll your foreskin around your. Not you personally. I'm just saying. One, used to have
you used to do sausage, bacon, and eggs with it.
Yeah.
Well, no. There's a thing called puppetry of the penis.
Yeah.
Do you remember where I used to make your willy, well, not yours, Tash, but look like various things. But no, there is something quite intriguing about having a fiddle.
But do you think she's implying he's fiddling with it, or he's just got his hand down there holding it up and just he's asleep? Because sure, you boys all fiddle with it whenever, fine. But you don't all night when you're asleep. You just put your hand down. I don't know.
I
just feel like if he's not moving it.
No, it doesn't. I'm just reading it again. It doesn't sound like he's moving it. He's just grabbing.
Comforting. It's comforting.
Yeah, a comfort willy.
Yes.
I wonder what psychologists would make of that, though.
Insecurity, I would have thought.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah. Should she be worried? This is the thing.
No.
So this is no.
I mean, if he's like, in the middle of the night having a tug of love, as it were, then that's quite a bit disrespectful. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's no indication of that.
Hey?
Is it?
I think there are
shit.
I think there are men doing far worse things to their partner with their willy somewhere else. At least she knows where it is. It's in her bed. It's down there. I mean, it's fine. I'd leave it.
Well, he's not. That's the problem. He's not leaving it, is he? He's got his hand on it.
Or what if she takes his hand off and puts hers on and then sleeps like that, and then when he wakes up, then he'll be a little bit of a shock.
Yeah, well,
that could be quite intimidating, though, couldn't it?
Well,
especially if he's fast asleep.
And also, you'd think you'd lost the feeling in your hand. I mean, you'd be up in a panic, wouldn't you? Do you know what I mean?
I've had a stroke!
Oh my God, somebody's painted me nails. Oh, you know, I mean, that'd be weird. You can't do that, poor fella. You know what I mean?
No, do you remember, like, in the film industry, there used to be certain blokes who were constantly, you know, kind of, especially in the electrical department,
The
who
sparks,
were constantly,
yeah.
the sparks. They often play with a noodle, don't they? And have a good scrap now and again. And that used to be really offensive.
In the summer, particularly.
In the
with
summer, yeah,
shorts
when it was
on.
hot. Yeah, with shorts on. Yeah. But no.
And then they used to tell you how sweaty they were.
Aye.
Ooh,
You go,
that's
oh,
horrible.
great, thanks,
Ooh,
lads.
yeah.
Yeah.
I love the fact that Gronia's now. I'm sitting in Gronia with 3 men looking at me. They're all sitting there going, "Wonder how I sleep.
I am.
Do I do that? I'm not sure."
I'm going to have to ask.
Let's set up a time-lapse camera.
He could be just keeping his hands warm.
Oh, yeah.
Because I've got to admit, like, my new house, the bedroom's a bit chilly. And at night, you know, when because I read my book, and then my hands get really cold. So I might have been known to kind of, you know, tuck my hands into my jammies for warmth and comfort. You know, and maybe if I'd fallen asleep, then, you know.
Here's the confession.
I just couldn't get my hands. I couldn't get my hands out me. Tell you what, dude, make sure that you wear elastic tops on your jammies, because if you've done that, then the drawstring and little tightens them down. You'll be like that. Oh my God.
Caught ya.
Straight jacket.
Well, okay.
I don't know. I don't think she should be worried. Like,
Nah.
Or she flips it around. She falls asleep, and she falls asleep with her hands firmly on her boobs or somewhere else. And then he wakes up and goes, "What you doing?" You go, "Well, that's how you fall asleep. That's now."
I know what she does, right? This is it. What she does, she takes that torch, never mind leaving the torch, she takes it to bed and she films him with his hand migrating towards his todger once she's taken it off. And then she goes in the morning, she goes, "This is what you do when you're asleep."
Nah, it's bad, that, isn't it? It's like if people who take their partner's snoring and everything, you know, this is what you do when you're asleep. This is what you do. Nah, just live with it. It's not affecting you, Mrs.
Yeah, no, I think I'm with Dave. Just
Me
live with it.
too. Just
Yeah.
fall asleep and let him be.
First, yeah, I mean, you know, it'd be warm in the morning at least. So will his hands, so that's a bonus.
Just get him to wash his hands before he makes you scrambled eggs. That's all I can say.
That's a fair point. That is a tip.
You dirty nigger, get off them eggs!